Welcome once more to The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero, where we're still exploring, and last time we did the city, and so today we do the areas outside the city. And we start with the cathedral. Our cathedral will be busy for the duration of the anniversary festival. Trust me, security gets hard to maintain when there's a lot of people crawling around. This looks familiar. The children tend to like teasing me, so I went to Sister Marble to see if she had any advice. But all she said to me was, it's just a sign that they warm up to you more easily. What did she mean by that? How on earth does flipping my skirt mean they're warming up to me? I just don't follow. Perhaps it's because I'm still new to the job. Children often act up around me, flip up my skirts and things of that nature. What about that means they like me? Maybe I'll finally understand it after I've been a part of a church as long as Sister Marble. Lives were lost with frightening regularity here before the non-aggression pact was signed. I still remember the dread I felt during all of those funerals. It's a feeling I hope I never have to experience ever again. Thanks to Queen Alicia of Liberal. Last night I took a stroll through a crowded street. The illuminated townscape was just fabulous. I only wish my dear husband could have been there with me. I wish I could have marveled over Crossbell's beautiful skyline at night together with him. It's also old. The ideas this year has been nothing short of amazing. My stock has been selling like hotcakes thanks to you. I can't possibly express the full extent of my gratitude. O Adius, she who dwells above, give guidance to the lambs who have wandered off your path. Late last night we were visited by a man supposedly from the Imperial government. I saw right through his futile attempt to inveigle me into allowing him to tap into the influential network of the church. Eventually I was forced to raise my voice and drive him out. As a servant of Adius, it is my obligation to stay politically neutral at all times. The Septient Church is firmly invested in every human life on this continent. I feel that taking advantage of our faith for political purposes is an insult to Adius. The thought that someone would simply barge in like that makes such a bold proposal to the Archbishop. Crossbell's roots of darkness may run deeper than we originally thought. They had the audacity to waltz in and propose a backdoor deal with the Archbishop himself. We're thinking of heading into the city later. I heard there's a lot of food stalls. It sounds super fun. You should come too, sister. My. It certainly is a tempting offer. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I'll be busy with Mass, so I won't be able to join you. But I hope you two enjoy yourselves enough for all three of us. Man, that stings. Ah, too bad. Even on days off from school, the children like to come to see me. My world has continued to move and change since I started working as a teacher, but the cuteness of the children is a constant. Dang it, I wanted to give her a big tour of the city. I spend all my time with Hamel anyway, so hanging out with him is nothing special, you know? I really want to check out the food stalls of our teacher, Sister Marble. I guess if she's busy, there's nothing we can do, though. I wish I could have bought her some ice cream or something to show how much I appreciate her. Isn't that nice? The position of Archbishop comes with a considerable amount of influence within the Septian Church. Archbishop Erelda is an especially prominent figure within the Congregation of Divine Worship. His stance of never ever lending his aid to injustice allows those of us under him to trust in his judgment. Okay, let's go in the direction of Mainz. Alright. And I went on foot because grinding CP, because I was pretty low on everyone. A super handsome tourist stopped by town for a little while yesterday. He soaked in the sights and immediately went right back to Crossbell City. Can you believe that? This is so frustrating. Why does it feel like life's always mocking me? Why do you have to come here just for a bit of sightseeing and disappear without a trace? I knew I should have brought him to that seagull and got him drunk first. I had the chance to check out the anniversary festival, and man, was Crossbell City crowded this year. I heard people say it's all because of Arconce's new show, and based on the sheer number of people over there, I believe it. Our Vetus Luca is about as prickly as a thorn bush, and with a tongue just as sharp as its spines. Maybe I'll bring her some drinks next shift. Seeing her drunk is truly something to behold, and with how much of a lightweight she is, it's not hard to get her there. I'm not really sure about the morality of this plan. I'm sort of busy, but were you looking for something to drink? Just don't hold me responsible for it if you're all in the middle of working right now. But it's also old. Yeah, it seems the tourists outside the city have nothing new to say throughout the festival. Tonight, I'm visiting the mayor's house in order to negotiate a septium transaction. Until those crystals are in my grasp, I will never give up. My lady is only this serious in the middle of a business deal. I hope this all goes well. Pondering on how tonight's business deal might play out is going to make my heart burst out of my chest. Tonight, Felicia intends to come negotiate a deal for a bit of our septium. She has spunk, I'll admit it. Depending on how our talks go, I might actually agree to her terms. Just so you know, my husband is rooting for the special support section. I think he has a soft spot for hardworking youngsters like yourself. I want to be a miner someday, so I tried asking Logi if he could teach me some tricks of a trade. He didn't seem to want to, though. I wonder if he doesn't like his job very much. My granddaughter Amy has been trying to chat up every man that walks into Mainz. That girl never is going to quit, is she? The chief's son was asking me about my job today. I know he's just interested in what we do, but all I did was end up complaining to him. I really screwed up big time. You know, having a family really is the best thing in the world. I was able to work my hardest in the mine because my wife is always lending me her support. I'm relieved that Max is taking the time to rest and recover from his injury. I was dreadfully worried when it happened. Let's see, maybe I brew some tea for the two of us so we can relax. Did you know that Sepith is just little fragments of septium? I'm really smart, aren't I? You see, monsters love some septium. That's why they drop so much Sepith when you take them out. It's no wonder monsters gather like bees to honey around here. This town is all about septium. We have enough. We don't have as many HP. Mining Helm is also old. We don't have enough HP for the higher healing item to be justified. Ooh. Beckerai, the owner of a general store, used to be my mentor in the mines back in the day. I owe every mining skill in my arsenal thanks to his teaching. The town may have been entrusted me with a mine, but I never match up to him. I noticed that Alex seems to be down in the dumps since yesterday. Did something happen to him? Next stop is... let's go to Bellguard Gate first. Alright. Wendy, how's the festival been treating you? Work's been keeping me busy. Sam is here. Hey, at least you guys get to walk around Crossbell while on the job. Staying here all day can get pretty painful on the legs, you know? Even if it was for work, I'd jump at the chance to travel all over Crossbell State. We're receiving a shipment of packages from Crossbell City today. We're pretty busy, so I'm going to have the delivery driver unload everything right when he arrives. There's so many people coming and going. The anniversary festival? What would I care about that? I just came to sell. Once I finish doing my business, I intend to hurry on home. And apparently you're leaving because your car shows over in the direction of Arabonia. Here's a passport, everything checks out. Please wait a little while longer while we open the gate for you. Oh, okay, I'll go call my wife then. Stella gave me some extra food again today. The fact that she did the same for every other guardsman doesn't matter, her kindness touches me all the same. My dearest Stella, you're the most kind, wonderful and amazing woman I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. Whenever I go on sightseeing trips, I'm waiting for my husband to wrap up the departure inspection. I had wanted to savor the anniversary festival a little while longer, but he wasn't able to take any more vacation days. Claes has been acting really strange ever since yesterday. Every time I see him, he's all smiles. Since he's so full of pep, maybe I'll put some stuffed peppers in his lunch. Not too many though, or he'll be the stuffed one. Keep this a secret. Stella had me try the rations that recently came in. And boy, did they taste awful. Sure, they may be packed with nutrients, but I doubt I'd ever eat them again. I have a newfound respect for the soldiers who have to eat that stuff on all of their field trips. Anyway, those rations were so bad I thought I was going to keel over. Nutrients are important and all, sure, but don't you think you should be able to take them without wanting to hurl? There was a quest in Final Fantasy XIV in the most recent expansion that dealt with exactly that question. It's so awkward. Just the two of us standing guard up here together. Dahlia's definitely not more polite than me, so gossip isn't really an option. I'd much rather do this alone. I think I'm going to take another break. I wouldn't be so nervous with Burrell over at Tangram Gate, since we've known each other forever, but I sort of lose my poise when I'm alone with a lady. I have trouble keeping a conversation going with Brute. I wouldn't feel so awkward chatting with another woman, but I'm just so shy around guys. I do wish I could break the ice a little though, seeing we're both posted here. Won't Officer Mireille and I get along great and talk to each other all the time, but that's because she's a woman. No matter how hard I try, I'm always a bit on edge when I'm alone with a guy. You seem to have the same problem, people. What's here? Mireille is still in the commander's office. As the acting leader of Bellguard Gate, I've had to sort through passport application for everyone entering and exiting Crossbell State. Now that I think about it, you hardly ever did any office work, right, Anthony? Yep, me and paperwork don't mix too well. I usually pushed all that fun stuff onto Carter or Connor, whoever was closer. Then, voila, perfectly free day. Of course, I made sure to reimburse them by introducing them to the finest girls I knew over in the entertainment district. Those two are in for an interrogation next time I see them. Wendy, please tell me you aren't doing the same to the rest of the special support section. Lloyd wanting to do my busy work in exchange for some gals? Now that would be rich. Yeah, definitely not happening. Okay, next Tangram Gate. I had planned on getting my passport checked and return to Calvert early, but what's with this crowd? Maybe taking a railroad would have been a smarter decision. Little by little, Calvardian tourists have started to make their way home. Tomorrow is going to be so packed. Dang, what a crowd. From the looks of it, we should set up more regular bus lines between Crossbell and Calvert. You're still worried about your skirt flying up in the wind? But you love the wind? Nothing unusual to report. It looks like we're in for another rush. Okay, looks good. The regularly scheduled bus to Calvert will arrive in roughly 40 minutes, so I'm afraid there's still a bit of a wait to go. Ah, alright, thanks for the info. If you want to kill some time, how about you grab a meal over in the mess hall? You know, I might just do that. My stomach has been growling for a while now. There's still another whole day of the anniversary festival, but I decided to head back early. I'm not trying to fight against that crowd of people leaving. It seems that many others have the same idea as me, unfortunately. From the looks of it, we're going to be busy tomorrow too. Better get my stamina up while I still can. Too fast! That's better. Deputy Commander Bales always waits until the other guardsmen have finished eating before taking her lunch break. Instead of fraternizing with a group, the Deputy Commander prefers to draw a distinct line between herself and her subordinates. She's a wise woman who knows how to carry herself like a right and proper leader, and looks out for those in her charge. I'm never going to understand how Deputy Commander Bales isn't the CGF commander. I'm a massive Ilia Platere fan. Trust me, it physically hurts me that I'm stuck slaving away here, missing all the Archon performances. Traffic to Calvert has gotten a lot busier. Crap, I almost fell asleep there. This spot is too peaceful for its own good. Believe me, I really do appreciate the beauty of the scenery on the Republican border. But when I remember that Calvert has its eyes set on Crossbell, it kind of ruins the mood. CGF training is conducted at the Police Academy's Security Department. Get this, I thought that Sergeant Major Seeker graduated from the Academy with the highest marks you can get. I've really got to focus if I want to beat her. Yeah, Noelle being the overachiever. There are countless ruins throughout Crossbell that haven't been secured simply because the commander decided it was pointless. Because of that, we still have no idea what the true purpose of Stargazer's Tower is, or if it's a potential threat. If we were given official permission, I would be more than happy to take a scouting unit to investigate places like Stargazer Tower, but the commander claims missions like that are a waste of a CGF's budget. As Wendy said, back when we were in Stargazer Tower. This should be enough to do the job. What are you up to, Deputy Commander? I just finished compiling our files on everything we know about Stargazer's Tower. Once the Commander returns to the gate, I intend to make an appeal to organize a scouting unit. You sure you wanna do that? This is the Commander we're talking about. He'll probably shoot down your plan faster than you can explain. I'm well aware of the risks, Orlando. But even if that's the outcome, I'll begin to consider alternative approaches. I told you back in Mainz, didn't I? If people like us give up, then that truly will be the end for this nation. With that in mind, I at least have to try, don't I? You're absolutely right. We're going to give it our all too, Deputy Commander Bales. I intend to make an appeal once the commander is back. If that is unsuccessful, I simply have to organize a more convincing argument and continue my battle. Okay, I think we go to St. Ursula next. Welcome to St. Ursula Hospital. You're not hurt or sick, are you? Remember to not go overboard with things during the anniversary festival. The most important thing to remember when traveling is to enjoy the culture. It's old. Around 2 years ago, our president, Mr. Fisher, established our branch here in Crossbell. And during those 2 years, we've been slowly and surely expanding our events and outreach. I'm pleased with how we've been growing, to tell the truth. Being able to travel and fish together with your fellow guild members, there's nothing better. One of our fellow comrades en route, Joachim, is a doctor at the hospital. I think I invite him to go fishing with me later if I have a chance. I wouldn't do that unless you want the secretary to glare at you. I have to water the flowers every day so they don't begin to wilt. Michael's condition has been good today, so he's been allowed to come outside. He still has to stay on the premises though. But since he's usually coped out in a bed, I think a change of scenery will do him good. Someone from the IBC came and gave me a stuffed bear yesterday. I love it. Mr. Quay sure is nice, isn't he? The breeze feels so amazing today. Next time I go on a walk, I have to take Shizuku with me. You're also a tourist? That's been there the previous times. This is a clinical record Dr. Baldin asked for. Would you mind giving it to him later for me? Oh, sure thing. Thank you, Lan. Oh, hi Lloyd. I'd love to sit down and chat, but I'm kinda pressed for time today. Next time, I promise. She must be swamped with work. Cecile is probably the most hardworking person I've ever met. She has so much on her plate, but she still makes time to help everyone else. I would love it if she rubbed off on Dr. Günther with Slacker. Of course, my follow-up appointment had to be on the day of a parade. Well, at least it's not tomorrow. Let's just get this thing over with. If the doc's schedule is right, today marks the end of my trips to the hospital. After this last checkup, I think I'll celebrate by taking a nice stroll around the festival with the missus. Should be the perfect treat. My husband's a child at heart. All these hospital visits could never keep him down. Are you here to take your physical? If so, please fill out this paperwork. Since this is your first medical examination with us, it might take some time to prepare. Are you alright with waiting? I don't mind. Should I just sit over here? Ahem. Well, look who it is. Dr. Gailey. Pray tell, when are you planning to shave that scraggly mustache of yours? It's hardly befitting of a respectable doctor. Ah, Dr. Largo, it simply hasn't been long enough. It's a wonder that you haven't fixed that bald head of yours. It looks like someone took a torch to an Armorica pasture. How about you remove that terrible mustache of all surgeries you love so much? Oh yeah? Can your precious internal medicine fix that bald spot of yours? What? Say that again, I dare you. Looking for a fight, Lago? Looks like business marches on as usual at St. Ursula, even with the anniversary festival in full swing. Well, no complaints out of me can really change that, so I guess I just read a book or something. For some reason, Dr. Gailey and Dr. Lago aren't exactly on the best of terms. Maybe it's because they're too much alike? Similar things repel, after all. But at least our hospital doesn't have to worry about the entire internal medicine and surgery departments being at each other's throats. Okay. Apparently getting a checkup from a doctor has become something of a tourism fad. I could understand the appeal of experience instead of the art medical treatment, but it feels wrong to see patients who are actually sick having to wait longer as a result. Apparently tourists have made it a point to get a checkups here during their stay on Crossbell. We can't turn away anyone seeking outpatient care, but it never settles right with me when it turns out they had no health issues at all. I can't say I enjoy wasting my time examining perfectly healthy people. I'm in the middle of making my rounds now. Remember, if you become a nuisance to our patients, I won't hesitate to call security. One of the nurses spotted a mag I got from that old man while she was taking my temp. Might as well have let me die right there. I swear my face went as red as a tomatian. Yesterday, out of the kindness of my heart, I gave that young'un a course from one of my sexy magazines. Considering how flustered he got when the nurse took his temperature, it definitely looks like it cheered him up. Maybe? I'm starving. Since the nurse's breaks are divvied up through the shift system, I often end up having to eat later than I'd like. Trust me, it's always embarrassing when you're taking temperatures and your stomach growls. Lunch break can't come soon enough. Philia still has a lot to learn. Everyone gets hungry, even nurses. You don't have to starve yourself until your lunch break if you're really in that dire need to eat. Take me for example, when I'm on the move or have a moment's rest, I'm scarfing down a sandwich. Great, that's what she needs. Hey Mayfair, so what kind of disease does Michael actually have? Oh, well, It's a rather complicated one from what I know. He'll need an operation to make it full recovery. But even if that's the case, he's just as scared to go through surgery as almost everyone. So we've reached an impasse until he agrees to it. Is that right? If he could just muster up the courage to get that operation done, he'd get better in no time. There has to be something that could give him that little push he needs. You know, you say some pretty wise stuff once in a blue moon. Even though we're only children, Shizuku and Michael are doing their best with the hand they're dealt. Michael, he went on a walk outside with Ada. I think they were by the waterfront. Yep, we actually talked to him already. You are one of the tourists? My, oh my. That doctor was such a cutie. I've no doubt he's a hit with the ladies. Surely a man that's as perfect a package as you must have a wife, Dr. Günther. Or at least a girlfriend? I'm afraid I'm living the single life. But I actually quite enjoy it that way. You won't really find me mingling with the ladies at all. Now, putting my love life aside, this particular medical examiner... Oh, there's no one special? Thank Adios. I mean, what a shame. Well, if that's the case, I think I volunteer. Tonight, you and me? Oh dear, not again. Being popular with the ladies can be such a hassle sometimes. I'd much rather finish my rounds and hurry on home, but alas. Unless, oh, I understand now. You're just shy, aren't you, Dr. Günther? That's absolutely adorable. Michelin is going to be the premier spot tomorrow, thanks to that event I'll be forced to miss. Given my circumstances here at the hospital, I didn't receive an invitation this year, but next year, I'm sure. Michelin, isn't that the wellness resort you can ferry over to from the harbor? So, this is the kind of person you'd find cruising over to Michelin, is it? The place does have a ton of 5-star restaurants and a high-class boutique, so I'm sure that would be right up his alley. Well, Michelin will be having quite the event tomorrow, I tell you that. He's probably talking about the Schwarze Auktion. The hospital is big, but not as big as my house. Hey, St. Joshua. Oh wow, I knew they made Braille books, but Braille picture books? They're pretty impressive, aren't they? These three-dimensional pictures literally leap off a page. They really do, though it doesn't seem there are many of them. When I'm older, I'd like to create Braille picture books myself, but I can't help but wonder if someone like me could even manage that in the first place. Oh, Shizuku. Isn't there still a possibility that you'll be able to regain your eyesight, though? That's what the doctors say, but I think it's important to consider what I will do if it doesn't happen too. Sorry, I must sound annoying talking about silly things like that. Hey now, no being shy around us. Estelle grabbed Shizuku's hand and held them close. Estelle? I've got a great idea. Let's make picture books that every kid can enjoy together. Don't you worry about the things, Shizuku. We're here for you. You can tell us just how much time and heart the author put into making this book. You can tell if this really is something you're passionate about, and as long as you hold on tight to that feeling, I'm sure you'll succeed. Estelle, Joshua, thank you so much. Oh, Shizuku, please don't cry. Okay, it's okay. Sorry, maybe I got a bit too cheesy there, didn't I? They probably wouldn't mind if we stepped in, but I think we ought to leave them be. I agree, it sounds like we're having a moment. Hey, there's always next time. Indeed there is. I'm sorry, I don't know why I suddenly started crying. Don't worry about that at all. Now she's a good. Prepare to get spoiled rotten by your big sister today. No ifs, ands, or buts. You're not a tourist? Finally a break. It's not like I have any plans though. Maybe I should pick up fishing like Dr. Günther. It's so quiet. I think everyone's out doing their thing right now. Ah, has my time finally come? Have I finally found my perfect chance to clean every nook and cranny of this place? Well, in that case, I'll make this entire place shine before everyone comes back. Sweep, scrub, boom. I just remembered the professors won't be available tomorrow because of a faculty meeting. Better go ask questions while I still can. All the ingredients used for our meals are bought from Mr. Hayworth, a local trader. He's a lifesaver. Fresh and healthy ingredients like these are hard to get at a fair price. Huh. I'm missing Chief Ursuline, I think was her name? Oh, she's in here. Anyway. Time to go to the Fork, the Sandbank. And then Armorica. I actually saw that twin-tailed bracer girl out here fishing yesterday. She showed up and caught a gorgeous pearl glass. The thing had to have been 220 rag long. After that, she was all, well, duty called, see you later, and walked off. I've never seen a girl that confident in her angling abilities. What's her deal? Who the heck was that girl? Maybe the branch manager knows a thing or two about her? Estelle, yeah. Was in Trails in the Sky, you had a similar fishing minigame. And Estelle could excel at it. Alright, Armorica. I was at the resting spot on my way here, but there was nothing there. There were a bunch of tourists again, and they said the same thing as last time. It's the second to last day of a festival, so I thought I'd give myself a little break this morning. Maybe I should take the truck for a spin. It's crazy how different the culture in Armorica is compared to the city. This is old. So the anniversary festival ends tomorrow. Geez, I barely had time to blink. Guess there's always next year. My brother kept saying he wanted to see the anniversary festival in the city this year. The festival was really fun for me right here. I got to play a ton with my brother after all. I had so much fun doing a festival. Me and Camille got to play for hours and hours together. I'm thinking of buying these as souvenirs for my family back in the Republic. Would you mind wrapping 3 of them for me? It would be my pleasure to. If you head over to the counter, I'll get everything ready. This is the best our business has been in years. We didn't come even close to getting this much action during last year's festival. We must be lucky. I kept hearing so much about Armorica Village's famous apiary yesterday, I couldn't help but start seriously craving some honey. Now, how am I going to get all of this home? It looks like it's pretty heavy. I wonder why that customer went over and talked to Gramps instead of me. I'm the one at the counter, aren't I? Do I not look reliable or something? Maybe I really do look unreliable. Well, let's look at it like this. If Gramps is the one doing the negotiations, I'll be able to take it easy. Finish up my work for the day, so I might as well head on down to the old Ash Tree Inn for a few drinks. Figures it's the anniversary festival, I can go ahead and treat myself a little bit. I wanted to take my kids to a festival, but it didn't work out. Well, I should have more time to rest next year, so I'll work my hardest until then. Next year, I'll definitely be able to take them to the anniversary festival. This year's anniversary festival brought in many more tourists than usual. Derek's plan was a success, but still, I can't say I agree with his goal. Was this all connected to his desire to modernize the village? We'll most likely be seeing more tourists today than the rest of the festival combined. Could this have been connected to Derek's modernization plans all along? Even if it is, there's nothing bad about having a bunch of tourists for a few days. My husband has been rife with worry, poring over the pros and cons of doing this anniversary festival food stall. I thought everything would be alright this time, but it looks like he's going to end up arguing with Derek again. Silly me. I'm conflicted whenever I hear Tota and Derek arguing about something or another. It's nice that people came to visit the village, but all their staring makes me feel like a bug under a magnifying glass. I get that they're curious, but I can hardly concentrate with all those eyes on my back. A bunch of tourists stopped by today, but I couldn't find any members of the Fisherman's Guild among them. Maybe waiting to be scouted by one of them isn't the best idea. As I said, if you want to be a fisher, start fishing. Or if you want a fishing rod, just ask for one from the Fisherman's Guild guys. They give you a beginner rod. Advertisement and all that. Being here in the village is like a breath of fresh air. This is old. No one here. And you have a quest, so I don't talk to you yet. In fact, I talk to you next time, and I end this recording here. Until next time, I'm Ace, and don't get lost.